In this world, everyone is given a planet to become a planet lord, and I clearly possess a 3S class mechanical planet capable of creating a million mechs. Had a mocking expression on his face. Wanting to invade such a powerful mecha is almost like being a hero general in the space of a high-level 1-star lord. How could it be so easy to be invaded by an AI control card? Although Baisu is not too familiar with mechanical creations, his intuition tells him that it will not be so smooth. What they can think of, this kid should also think of. He definitely has some means of defense. Baisu was excited. It had been a long time since he had seen such a powerful genius, and it had only been a few days, and he had already reached this level. Don't forget, Hoshino is still just a low-level lord. Swish dash. Baisu immediately stood up from his chair. This kid will definitely reach that realm in the future, he has the talent for it, we must let him join our team, such a genius, if let out. Baisu's forehead broke out in a cold sweat. He knew very well that the realm after the high-level lord is the real beginning in the star domain. Captain, what do you mean? This kid does have such talent, a low-level 6-star, I remember he is a mechanical lord. It's only been a short time, this is too fast. He is different from us, he has a talent. Baisu's two confidants couldn't help but exclaim. One of them was even surprised. Even Hong Yong, who had some doubts about Hoshino at first, was stunned for a moment. Then she burst into a crisp laughter. Her smile, like the slow blooming of spring flowers, was so captivating that one couldn't look away. However, at this moment, not many people were paying attention to this place. All their eyes were on Hoshino's mecha. Tiger Shing also saw Hoshino's mecha for the first time. His intuition told him that even if he summoned his black tiger beast tide, it might not necessarily be a match for this mecha. No, might not, it definitely wouldn't be a match for this mecha. This kid's mecha is actually like this, it's really cool. Tiger Shing was also a man. It had to be said. Everyone present, at the moment they saw the Black Warrior mecha, could feel its extreme coolness. The black and red color scheme on the Black Warrior mecha was extremely eye-catching. The black-red color scheme, along with its towering height of 1 kilometer, gave a sense of reliability just by standing there. However, this feeling was not one of reliability when it came to the Wu family and the Jiang family. It was fear. When the Black Warrior was in Hoshino's lord space, to some extent, it could hear the sounds outside and sense some of the situation outside. Of course, only the heavenly net could fully scan what was happening outside. So while in the lord space, the Black Warrior kept asking the heavenly net for detailed information about the outside. As for Wu Cheng of the Wu family, at this moment, he was already stunned in place. What is this? He had an A-level family inheritance lord talent, and now he had over 100 soldiers in his territory. Low-level 3 stars. This level was considered good among their group of recent graduates in Nantian City. But now, this so-called low-level 3-star lord, in front of Hoshino, was simply wiped out without even a trace left. Jiang Mengyun watched the Black Warrior mecha vigilantly. For some reason, she could sense a hint of killing intent from this Black Warrior mecha. This killing intent was pure and without any disguise or concealment, just nakedly exposed. Did this mecha want to kill her? How is that possible? This mecha should be an inanimate object, it must be controlled by someone or AI. And it shouldn't show killing intent, right? Jiang Mengyun's face showed deep confusion. But at this moment, no one could answer her question. At this moment, Zhu Guangfu saw Hoshino successfully summoning the mecha. Without saying a word, he directly activated his AI intrusion card. Humph, kid, today I will give you a good lesson, how powerless mechanical constructs are when facing AI intrusion. As he spoke, Zhu Guangfu threw the card directly onto the Black Warrior mecha. Due to the previous warning given by the heavenly net, Hoshino was not at all flustered. However, to see what other tricks Zhu Guangfu had up his sleeve, he temporarily did not move. Black Warrior Basic Firewall Heavenly Net Deployment, detecting level 4 AI, decomposing data. Decomposition complete. Heavenly Net computing speed increased by 0.0001%, to low-level AI, only 3 levels higher than the lowest level floor cleaning robot. A series of mechanical sounds from the Heavenly Net rang in Hoshino's ears. Hoshino was also stunned. Well, he had just hoped that the Heavenly Net would somehow erase this AI, or do something to it, but wow, it was directly decomposed. It didn't even last 3 seconds. However, at this moment, the Black Warrior turned his gaze back to Zhu Guangfu. The killing intent surged. Zhu Guangfu's eyes narrowed. What's going on? Did that card fail? For a moment, the whole person felt as if they had fallen into an ice cave. However, the killing intent of the Black Warrior mech disappeared the next moment. Hoshino breathed a sigh of relief. The opponent had not finished playing their cards yet. After all, the opponent was a high-level lord, so who knows what other cards they had to play. Pretending to control the Black Warrior was his plan. What did you use? How did you control my Black Warrior mech? Hoshino asked in confusion. In fact, he was already on high alert. If Xu Guangfu had the Black Warrior kill him directly, there would be no need for further probing. Ha ha ha, even if you are a genius, you are just a low-level lord. You probably don't know that there is a special card in this world called an AI control card. Xu Guangfu smirked. Seeing Hoshino's expression finally change, he felt happy inside. He had been waiting for this moment, not knowing how long he had been simulating it in his mind. Finally, this moment came true. AI control card. So it's that kind of card. Ah, this kid is still too young. In this way, even if he has other mechanical creations, they would be useless if invaded by an AI control card. The AI control card is not that powerful. One AI control card can only invade one mechanical body or a mechanical network. Ah, it's a pity, this kid is really a waste. When everyone around saw this scene, there was a hint of regret on their faces. After all, in their eyes, Hoshino had reached his current position relying on his own efforts and talent. Coming from humble beginnings, his talent and abilities were extraordinary. This had already won over most of the people present. Xu Guangfu glanced at his teacher with the corner of his eye. He found that his teacher had already stood up from his chair. Suddenly, Xu Guangfu's mood improved. In fact, Baisu stood up from his chair purely because he was shocked by Hoshino. At this moment, a confidant next to Baisu's face changed slightly. This kid is careless. Baisu raised an eyebrow. Careless? Look at that kid carefully, don't you think he's actually very calm? If your biggest reliance loses its effect, would you still be as calm as him? With these words, the confidant next to him suddenly stopped speaking. He couldn't believe it. After looking at Hoshino carefully, he couldn't help but feel emotional. This kid, regardless of his qualifications, just his temperament alone could make him a captain of a regiment within 2 or 3 years. In the Empire's regiments, absolute strength and achievements were paramount. Hu Tianhe became a little anxious. Just as she was about to take a step forward, her father, Hu Xing, grabbed her shoulder. Where are you going? Father, can't you see? His mech is being controlled, he's in danger now. Have you forgotten our original plan? Hu Tianhe's eyes were filled with tears of urgency. Tears flowed like a faucet from her eyes. Fortunately, at this moment, everyone's attention was focused on Hoshino. Otherwise, such a movement would surely have been noticed by everyone. Come back, look carefully at that kid. Do you see any panic in him? You usually have a keen eye. Why are you confused now? Hu Xing sighed inwardly. After all, women are unpredictable. Thinking about it, this kid Hoshino was quite lucky, with his daughter and the Zhang family sisters. Intuition also told Hu Xing that the future of that Hong Yong was probably. Hu Tianhe widened her eyes and looked carefully. She realized that Hoshino was actually not panicking at all. It was Xu Guangfu who was excited as if on fire. Kid, as long as you kneel down, kowtow and apologize, I won't interfere in your affairs with the Wu family and the Zhang family. Maybe I'll even protect you. Think about it, kid, there's gold beneath a man's knees. Xu Guangfu was very excited in his heart, but he hadn't completely lost his sanity. After all, Xingye was a genius favored by his teacher. For his teacher, there was nothing Xu Guangfu couldn't handle. Rather than saying he was angry with Xingye, it was more like Xu Guangfu wanted recognition from Baisu. You rely on controlling my Black Warrior mech? Aren't you going too far? Xingye frowned. But if you looked closely at Xingye's facial expression, you could see that he was completely calm. He was just pretending, just fooling Xu Guangfu. If I control your mech, you won't be able to summon that powerful war fortress, you won't be able to turn the tables, I won't make a move against you, but I don't know if the Zhang family and the Wu family will let you go. Xu Guangfu laughed like a flower. At this moment, he was so pleased. In a way, he had won the bet with his teacher Baisu. Xingye was also secretly delighted. Oh, I thought you had some other tricks up your sleeve, but this is it. However, Xingye not only fooled Xu Guangfu, but also fooled Jiang Yunxiao. At this moment, Jiang Yunxiao peeked out from Xingye's arms and quickly touched Xingye's face. Xingye was taken aback. I'm sorry, I'm weak. If I were strong enough when I was in the academy, I would have worked as hard as you, maybe I wouldn't have become a sacrifice for the family. I'm glad you came today, I'm very happy. Tears welled up in Jiang Yunxiao's eyes. People like Xingye couldn't stand to see women cry. When he was at his lowest, his sister cried because of him, and now he made Jiang Yunxiao cry. For a moment, Xingye was at a loss. At this moment, Director Wang and Director Shui also arrived in front of Xingye. Kid, surrender, at least you can stay alive. If you had done this in school before, if it weren't for the low-level environment card restricting you, we would have taken care of you long ago. Ah, Zhang Yunxiao, a member of a good family, how could she fall for a beggar and shed tears? She's really worthless. Xu Guangfu's brow furrowed slightly. But after all, he was his lackey, and his character was actually like that to some extent. It was only because of Bai Su's presence that he was more restrained. Xingye, you. Xingye ignored him at this moment. Instead, he looked down at Zhang Yunxiao. I said I would bring back your dignity, just trust me. Xingye slowly raised his head to look at Director Wang and Director Shui. His gaze seemed to carry a bloody killing intent, making both of them shudder. No more tricks, right? The two of them were stunned. Director Wang and Director Shui had not yet recovered. It was Zhu Guangfu who spoke up directly. No more tricks, just this one move, you've already lost. Bang! Bang! There were several more sounds of breaking air. Several other directors of Qingting Academy and some people from the Wu family arrived at the scene. The Wu family immediately summoned their elite legion passed down through the family. Sorry, Xingye, if you don't let Wu Xing let us go, we will kill you. Tisk Tsk, a mechanical lord, reaching this point, impressive, but unfortunately, you fell short. At this point, the people from the Wu family felt that the situation was under control. Xingye sneered. Then he lowered his head, and Zhang Yunxiao, who was struggling at the moment, wanted to continue. Sorry, I didn't consider you for a moment, I didn't expect to deceive you. Zhang Yunxiao looked puzzled. What's wrong, Xingye, do you have another mech? At this moment, Zhu Guangfu was a little flustered. Another one? Director Wang and Director Shui, including the cold sweat on their foreheads, were in a panic. Careless. Not only them, but everyone was staring as if their eyes were about to fall on Xingye. Looking at Xingye's appearance, it seemed like there really was another one. Even if you have another one, it doesn't matter. That one may not be as strong as this black warrior, right? Zhu Guangfu's heart was completely gambling at this moment, gambling that Xingye's second mecha was not as strong as this one. What if the second mecha could summon a war fortress or a cosmic-level warship? Thinking about this, Zhu Guangfu felt uneasy. In fact, he hadn't fully controlled Xingye's black warrior mecha. I do have a second one. I'll bring her out in a moment. And, do you really think you can control my black warrior like this? With these words, Zhu Guangfu instantly fell silent. His face turned pale. However, before he could give orders to the black warrior, Xingye spoke again. The Wu family should be spared, as agreed before. The Academy's people can exterminate them. I allow you to use any level of power, this environment card is stable. Crack! Suddenly, dozens of thunder dragons surged from the black warrior mecha. Good. I will perfectly execute your orders, Lord. I will control those two ants very well, I will make them feel even greater pain. Darken! The black warrior, who had just been on the verge of going crazy, was now protecting someone who was being insulted by others, and the temperature of the core reactor was almost melting the protective layer. Boom! Boom! In an instant, the once clear wasteland, with relatively clear weather, was suddenly covered with dark clouds. Roar!